We are starting our coverage here at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Forum, and my first guest today is Jamie Keech. He is the founder of Resource Insider. He's also a speaker here at the conference. Jamie, it's our first time talking. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, and I'm excited to be here.
Well, you've been in mining for a really long time. Tell us a little bit about Resource Insider, what you guys are doing right now.
Yeah, so I've been in mining about 15 years now. I'm a mining engineer by training. Spent most of my career working on sites, working with companies in corp dev. But over the last 18 months or so, I started a deal flow service. And all we do is look for good opportunities in the mining sector, primarily private placements where I can deploy my own money, and our subscribers to our service, they invest alongside me on the same terms. We don't take any finder's fees or commissions, so we're very aligned with our clients.
So perfect. Jamie, set the stage for us now, since you really have good insider information here, because obviously we saw what happened in the gold space this summer. Everyone's excited, everyone's happy, good energy, yet we're not seeing the money flow back into the junior mining space yet. Why not?
So I'm extremely happy about what's happening with gold price. I'm very unhappy and kind of surprised about what's happening with gold stocks and equities. We haven't seen them respond in the way that I would have expected. When we were, back in 2015, we had that small gold run. I think gold went from $1,100 up to $1,300, so about 20%. And we were seeing companies triple in value overnight. We've had a 30% run over the last year, and equities are following suit. They're 20, 30% up, and it's not representative of what we should be seeing. We're not seeing the capital flow back into equities yet.
So that said, you say you're happy with the gold price, and I think you're echoing the sentiment of a lot of people out there.
Well, I'm happy with it as a start. I don't think we've seen the peak of it by any means yet.
Well, in terms of, so where do you think it could go?
I don't want to speculate on an exact dollar amount. I think we'll break an all-time high. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't break $1,800, $1,900.
Within what kind of time span?
18 months.
Okay, so a lot of people I've been speaking to feel that money would only come back into the junior mining space once we re-hit 1900 or higher. Do you agree with that? Is that what it would take?
So probably, I think it's going to start very slowly moving back into the mining space in general, and it's going to be going obviously to the majors, to the royalty and streaming companies, into the junior mining space. I think that's probably a good speculation. Obviously they're going to be lower down the ladder for that capital to come in and take that more speculative risk.
So given the disappointment that you've seen in the gold stocks, has that caused you to reposition your portfolio, how you're allocated? Are you more in physical now?
Yeah, it has. I'm buying more gold stocks. I don't own much physical gold. What I look for personally is a few different things. I'm looking at developers, royalty companies, and then early stage exploration companies. And that's a small part of my portfolio, but something we spend a lot of time.
So you wouldn't touch the majors? You wouldn't touch the Barricks?
I don't own any of the big majors, and I just don't see the room for growth that I would see in even a royalty company at this point.
So what's your best advice to someone out there looking to build out a portfolio? Where should they be? How should they be allocated in this environment?
So if you're looking to build out a gold portfolio and you have no gold exposure as is, for me, what I would say is you want to focus on probably the mid-tiers and the royalty companies. So things that I'm interested in, invested in, is Sandstorm Gold is a big position for me. I see them growing a lot over the coming couple of years. Equinox Gold is another big position for me. We're in another company called Northern Vertex, which is an awesome little mining company in Arizona, which has huge room for growth. And then there's the component of the juniors or the exploration codes, and that should make up, a much, I would say, 10% of your exposure to gold should be in that at most. But those are the sort of the barbell theory, right? Where you have the opportunity for big wins, but you need to accept the risk that they can go to zero. So.
Yeah, no, well said for sure. Jamie, finally, the conference coverage here is just starting. What do you feel the sentiment is like? Have you spoken to a few people? Are people optimistic about the sector right now? What are you sensing?
So I just got here last night, but I've been chatting to people.
Yeah.
Certainly, in my view, both companies and professional investors, the funds particularly, are more excited than I've seen them in the last several years. I think there is a sense of cautious optimism, and we've seen these small runs before, and I think everyone's waiting for more generalist money to start flowing into the space before that excitement really builds.
Cautiously optimistic. I haven't heard that since PDAC 2016, so don't bring it back, Jamie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks. And thank you for watching. We will have much more coverage. We are just starting here at Beaver Creek, so be sure to stay tuned to Kitco.com. Thanks, Jamie.